Action.
Okay, so I've decoupaged the girl onto my background, as you can see, with the Mod Podge. And you'll get some, because we are decoupaging on wax paper, you can't get it totally flat, but pretty much. And as it shrinks, it'll get to very unnoticeable. But you can see there's just a teeny bit, not much. Okay, so what I did was I took my dilution stencil, and I dabbed my baby white, rubbed it to the side, and got it good and dry. You don't want it really wet because the bigger the area, the drier you need this to be. Most of the time I use the applicator that she uses when she's doing hers, but I'm only doing 3, so it would be too big. Sorry, I got you one without a sponge so you could see with the sponge. But usually I do it like this because this is perfect for stenciling. But like I said, I'm only doing those 3 on there. And I just kind of went and hit a few little areas with it. And then I add a couple pink, not many, because they're going to disappear anyway. Okay, so just to show you how I do them, I'm just going to do another black one on here. I'm going to rub it to the side, like I said, and get it good and dry, not too wet. We don't want it to go up in there. Okay, let's pick a spot that needs one, and I think we will do one here. And it's kind of close to there, but let's go down here. Okay, and I hope y'all can see this, that my camera's picking it up. Okay, so I'm going to take it and I'm just going to rub in there. And you don't want to press down too hard because you don't want it to leak underneath. And I just dab it a little bit. Just make sure you get all to the edges. Okay, because after all, it's a ghost. And there you go. Okay, so using the same stencil, we're going to use molding paste, and we're going to add some hearts with molding paste so that we can come back and we can make them pop with the heating gun so they'll raise up to give us more 3D definition. But before we do that, I'm going to clean this and let it be drying for a few seconds. And while it's drying, I decided I want to add this on there because what's love without kisses, right? Okay, so back with my ink. Again, this is from Stamp Pindus. I hope I'm saying that right. I purchased this one on Amazon. They have the best background stamp pen. They really do. Or honestly, I think everybody's got all the best stamps, to be honest. I don't have a favorite. I just like texture and different things. So I've decided I want to bring in the X's. So I'm going to hit it there. And you see how cool that is? Oh, gosh. And even though I'm doing black on black, you still will be able to tell it because Dilutions ink is transparency. That's why I love using it. As you see, I got a little bit on her bow, but that's fine. It adds to her character. Don't be afraid if you make a mistake to say, oh, I hate it. Don't use it. That's the worst mistake you can make. Enjoy the process. Have fun with it. Don't compare your work to someone else's because you're not that person. You are just setting yourself up for a lot of heartbreak if you do that. I get on here and I make me happy. And if I'm happy and I like it, that's all that matters. Okay. So this is about as good as I clean. I take a baby wipe and I'm done. I like ink on there. That means I've been using my stencils. I'm down with that. Okay, so I did say I would come back. That I did also kind of like the shattered look for a broken heart because I just think it's cool. Now I do have a favorite paint. Y'all all know that it's Dilutions. I am in love with that. I have never had a paint that I can do so many different things with and it turned out so cool. So see, I'm just adding some broken stained glass look to this. And just coming in where it's a little bare. And don't forget to turn your stamps different ways because then it gives it more character. And then I'm just going to add a little bit close to her hair. There's a little bald. It's what I call empty space is bald. Okay, and one down here. Although I'm not really concentrating down at the bottom, and that's why I'm not showing y'all the bottom, but I'll just let you see how it looks. So you can see in case you decide you don't want to go as far as what I'm going to go. I'm going to add flowers and bling and all kinds of stuff on here when it's totally done, because this will hang up and it'll be a love sign. Okay, so after we've done that, now we're going to take the molding paste, which I like the texture paste by Ranger. This is the best stuff. Okay, and a spatula. Okay, so now we're going to add some dimension. And I would like to come down and put a little cascade of hearts on here. But I need to take some of this off because I won't be able to control it if I have too much. Okay. The only thing bad about these little stencils here like this, when you don't have a lot of space to work in them, it is a little harder to get your molding paste in there without it smearing out. But if it smears, take your finger and just lift it off. Okay, here we go. Found the way that works best from side to side. Okay. Now we got a little system going. I think I'll do this one. And I'll do the little one. And just do another run up with it to make sure that it's all filled in. And that looks good. Lift it up. Check it out. Dynamite. Alrighty. So now we're going to go up here and do the same thing on this side. But this time it's going to be a little trickier because of the way this is done. But you know what? I say when in doubt, cut it out. That's my theory. So I'm going to cut it. And I don't like big stencils that I can't control. So if I can't control it, and I just got this one, so that's why it's not cut, or it would have already been cut, to be honest with you. See, that's much better. Much, much better. Don't be afraid to cut your stencils, what I'm trying to say. It's just a stencil, piece of plastic. And if you control it better, you're less likely to make mistakes. Okay, and I'm going to end the same one. Go back up and make sure that I have filled it all the way. Thick enough that it will. Okay. Lift it up. Of course, I got it on my sides. Better on the side than mess up the design, because all this is going to be covered and stuff on it anyway, so it's no big deal. Okay, so as you see, I did that. And what I love to do, and I tell everybody all the time, I'm always working on an extra sheet when I'm working on my stuff, and I go and I use those sheets and I'll clean my stencils on them so that when I add more paint to them, they become pieces that I can work with. So, as you see, I've already started one here. Has leaves, swirls, and everything. So I'm going to clean my stencil off with it so that, again, I will have another clean one started, and I'll have more details on it because it just adds more texture. And it'll leave little hearts on there. And I do that with my paints too. But since I already cleaned my paint up, I can't do that. Okay, so we're done with that. I'm just going to add, I don't want to overdo it because I'm already going to overdo it with all the flowers and everything, so we don't want to go too crazy. All right, so I'm going to heat it with the heat gun, and I'm going to go ahead and show y'all so you can see why I'm heating it with the heat gun and what happens during the process of it. And actually, I just thought I'm going to put my hearts there where my heart was going to go, so I might have to change it out. We'll see. Okay, and you want to heat it. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but you want to heat it till you see it bubble. I'm hoping y'all can see this as it bubbles. You puff up. Okay, that's kind of a spot I missed. All right, so when you heat it, I hope you can see this, but there's like bubbling effect going on. And that allows you to come back with a rub or your paints and cover it without it messing up the background. It gives you a leverage to work off of. Okay. Okay, so now we've done that. And like I said, we put the heart was going to go here, so I put her hearts there. So I just might have to. I am playing with it now because since I did that, I might have to change. Because originally my heart was going up here because she is looking up. But that's fine. I can put something there to bring that makes sense. Okay. So I might just bring the heart here and put it in cat a corner. And the good thing about this, once you put that tissue on it, it becomes pliable. And I will glue it down. But just so you can give you an idea where, and I might change. Let's see. I hate I was not paying attention. Okay, let's try this. But you know what? I can cover it up. I'm going to put my heart there because I really do like that heart there. I'm going to bring it in and I'm going to fold this and give it a 3D look effect. Like a wounded. Yeah. Okay. So basically, you see where we're going with this. Okay, so now I've added all the paints, the backgrounds, and normally I tear pieces of paper and lay on here, but I really wanted all this to speak. I just love how it looks. I'm going to take a Mark All pencil, and then I'm going to come around her, and I'm going to outline it, and then I'm going to use my water brush. I've got to sharpen it just a second. I don't care when I grab this pencil, I always have to sharpen this pencil. That's how much I use it. And if you do prints and color or anything, this is the sharpener to get. Best little sharpener. Okay, so I'm going to come back in here and outline her so that I can give her a dark shadow look to kind of let you see her and give you a rest from all the background. And to clean the edges up where when you're cutting, you'll have that white paper show through. Usually I use my inker, but I forgot. I've taught how to do classes on scrapbooking and a little bit of mixed medium, but when you're filming it, it is so nerve-wracking because you have to remember so much more than if you're in front of somebody and you're doing it and someone asks you your question, you can quick answer them. But when you're trying to think of everything that you might want to know, it's a little nerve-wracking. So bear with me. When I make mistakes, overlook me. I'm not perfect, but I do enjoy doing this. I really do. I love art, especially with these images. It lets you be an artist, whereas I can't draw that good. and I'm learning to draw, and I can, you know, I've taught myself to draw. I've done a few little things I'm very proud of, but I'm learning in progress, long ways to go. So that's what I love about these digi stamps. You just pick what you like, print it, color it, paint it, whatever your heart desires, and it's like you become an artist with through their work. And that they share it with us is just amazing, because just think, if they didn't share it, we wouldn't have all this fun. So I really appreciate it, and I love your work, Lizzy. I'm a big fan of yours. I can remember the first one I seen that I did, I knew I was hooked. And that's how I got started in digital download stamps. And what's so great about the digital downloads is that they stamp perfect every time, because all you do is hit print button. What's so cool about that, right? Okay. Not like that, because as you can see, I wear a brace. I had surgery on my arm, and sometimes it hurts, so I have to wear the brace to make it calm down, but it doesn't stop me. I don't let nothing get in the way of my art. And then I just come in here on this one piece I want to pop. I will reline with my mark off and her hairline, because as you're gluing, it kind of fades off your work. It kind of gets a little faded, so you do have to. That's what's good about putting the Mod Podge. It allows you to come back in and add all these shadows with your Faber-Castell paint pens or paints or whatever medium you're using. It allows you to come in here and do that. Okay, and I'm just about done, and I will show you how I'm going to. I don't really need to do it underneath her because she's going to be covered with flowers. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how I do this. Usually this is full of water, but I used it all. So what I'm going to do is just put some water onto my table, and I'm just going to dab just a little bit of water, because you don't get too much. You don't want to water it down till it fades it all. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm coming in here where I have it, and I start shadowing it out, creating the shadow effect with it. If it gets too dark, don't worry, because you can always go back and go see much lighter and make it smaller. Just play with it, what you like. If you want it wide, you want it narrow. And again, I purchased these online through Amazon. I think I ordered through Dick's through them and ordered it. And they have the brown, they have different colors. But I find that I really go through a lot of the black and the brown, so I just basically stick with those two colors. And if you continue to subscribe to me and watch my videos, you will see that I am crazy over pinks and greens and bling. I try to add those things into every project I do because I just love them. Just adds a little bit of whimsy. And see where I came in there and I got too dark and you can't tell the circle? You just take your baby wipe it off, come in here and just clean it off. You cannot mess this up. Once you get the decoupage on there, that's what's great about the decoupage. It will allow you to correct your mistakes. So you see? Okay, well, we're going to stop again, and I'm going to finish shadowing this out, and then I'll come back and I'm going to show you how I'm going to shade the hearts, which I will also go around them with the black marker, but I'm going to color them first before I do the black marker. And then we'll move to the steps of gluing stuff on here that I think would look really cool. And then we'll be done with her. And I hope that you're liking this and enjoying it and get you some ideas for backgrounds. Although my backgrounds I usually are more intense with doing my own layer and the colors and all, but I wanted to make something that all of y'all could follow along and easy to do. If you don't have 10 mulch tissue paper, get a piece of tissue paper from the dollar store. Stamp it with whatever stamps you have. Use it. Don't think you have to buy something to make something. Step out of your comfort zone, pick something you like, and just go for it, because that's how we all learn. And let's see what Lyra went too high with her little hair. Okay, we're going to stop now.